I remember I couldn't believe it at the time. To be honest, I never thought something like that could have such huge consequences.
Jaén experienced an improvement that we had never seen before. Our economy was on the same level of other countries like the USA.
Chinese, Russians and Arabs would come here every day offering me tons of money. I felt as if I was Bill Gates.
Our story begins in Jaén, a little town located in Andalusia, in southern Spain. In the year 1935, inventor and entrepreneur Rodrigo Quintanilla Casado had gained notorious fame in town, being known as a modern Da Vinci of his generation. His great passion towards mechanics drove him to create a revolutionary invention, a motor that would solely work with olive oil.
He was a very charismatic and intelligent person, and had a unique personality. His problem was excess. He organized a lot of parties that artists like Buñuel and Dali attended. Alcohol, prostitutes and opium were always present. That's why his interest for his work slowly diminished.
In January 1936, Rodrigo was found hanged and completely naked in his home. Future investigations and autopsies determined that the cause of death was autoerotic asphyxiation. With the outbreak of the Spanish Civil War, Rodrigo falls in oblivion, along with his work.
The project was made possible thanks to Rodrigo's vision, which we discovered in the 90s after finding his long-lost manuscripts. We developed his idea and adapted it into the contemporary era by improving the hydrolysis process. This, linked to the upgrade of motor components, allowed us to create in 2003 the first motor that could solely work with olive oil. This motor worked with any kind of olive oil, but we opted to use Lampante oil because of its poor quality and it's cheap.
Engineers succeeded in allowing users to keep their vehicles and use olive oil as fuel, thanks to a low-cost engine conversion. That very same year, the engineers decided to make their invention patent-free.
It all happened in about a year. Not so long ago, nobody used olive oil motors, and today, all of our models use olive oil-based engines.
Jaén produces the 20% of olive oil in the world. That makes it the biggest global producer of olive oil. In 2007, Jaén lives an authentic economic boom. Its position as the biggest producer of the new fuel in the world turned the province into the new Saudi Arabia.
Jaén turned into the enterprise of the century. People that knew nothing about it asked for huge loans to invest in olive oil business. It was logical because everybody wanted a cut of it. Even loads of foreign investments were made in Jaén, not just olive oil, but the whole city.
Everyday people underwent through a radical change in their lives.
I recall when there was a time in which this was completely full of luxury and foreigners spent money like crazy. It was like Dubai or Qatar, just money everywhere. They built the biggest Corte Inglés in Spain here, and they even put in a trap. It looked like we were living in San Francisco.
A new Hollywood was brought to the province. Producers, directors, the biggest stars, all of them came to the city of the moment. Huge worldwide tours had a stop in Jaén with artists like Paul McCartney, Elton John, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, or Bob Dylan.
Everybody thought that this was going to last forever. Competition became fierce, sellers fighting with each other, no minimum prices. It was awful. Production was very expensive. It came to a point in which people were up to their neck and unable to do anything.
Nobody in Jaén expected that their luck was in the hands of China. In 2008, the Chinese government was secretly planning an energetic war with aims of controlling the global olive oil production. The plan was to slowly build the biggest plantation of olive trees in the world. Right after that, they would initiate a price war with Jaén in order to mine Spain's economy. All this had been kept a secret until Susana Martin unveiled the plot.
I had been behind this case for 2 years, investigating every single Chinese entrepreneur that was coming to Spain at that time, until I discovered an astonishing network of Chinese spies.
As soon as the Spanish government found out about China's secret plan, several detentions were carried out to regulate the situation. The Chinese activated the last phase of their plan by dramatically lowering the prices of olive oil. Venezuela and Uruguay, in a totally unexpected move, also joined the war price against Spain, creating serious diplomatic conflicts that even escalated to military tensions. The difference between prices ended up collapsing Jaén's olive oil production.
It was a shame because after what happened, all of this is worthless now. Besides a lot of people getting into debt over the olive oil.
Jaén slowly got back to normal. It had left its mark in history, but it had lost everything that came with the olive oil business. It looked like nothing was going to end well.
It was a tough blow for us all. It was difficult to move on and go back to the olive oil business. So, when we went back into action, all of us producers got together and decided to go for quality and get the best. That's when we said we should only go for extra virgin olive oil.
Jaén got back to doing what they already knew, selling olive oil for culinary consumption. Its recently achieved fame allowed Jaén's olive oil to reach the whole world and obtain millionaire revenues. Jaén's olive oil imposed itself in every kitchen thanks to its taste and quality. And that is something in which China or anybody cannot compete with.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me